Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan, and today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by talking about Disney movies, theme parks, merchandising, whatever the case may be. Maybe they're TV shows, programs, I don't know. But okay, I just figured I'll just do one of these types of videos again. We're having some sort of discussion, I guess. And yes, of course, it's somehow involving Frozen 2. Yeah, the sequel to one of the most highly successful films when it comes to Disney of all time, which proved to be even more of a success, of course. And yeah, I know. I've talked about this quite a few times already. I know.
All right, I get it.
So yeah, this comes from the Reddit this time around. I guess that's what I'll be responding to. And to be more specific, obviously, it's one of those Christian group kind of a thing, I guess you can say. And oh boy, yeah, okay, yeah, just it's so stupid. Oh boy, and and it's supposed to be one of those like a warning to parents, I guess you can say. And I already know what people are already gonna be telling me. And kiddo, what it's not like you have any kids. So how would you know on how to take care of kids? It's not your responsibility. You don't have to wake up like 3 in the morning. Well, I got some words for you.
Don't patronize me.
Yeah, the thing is that, folks. Of course, Disney Plus would be a great way for a lot of people to watch, movies, even the more recent releases, as soon as possible. Anyway, though personally, I much rather keep the physical copies of these movies. Yeah, that's more of a physical media, but that's just me. I know that's not exactly the most popular opinion out there, but then again, like that stopped me uh, from having my own 2 cents, I guess. Well, anyway, point being, the individual whom I guess is a parent say that Disney had released Frozen 2 and Disney Plus, and of course, along with the kids to watch it, and of course, the whole attitude of
Won't somebody please think of the children?
how many times do I have to use this clip for these damn videos? And another thing is that, quick question here. How insecure does Jesus have to be when, out of all the things in the entire ever expanding universe, he's threatened by this? Yes, the Reddit Christian thing is making a reference towards the fact that Queen Elsa has some connection to the five elements and whatnot. Because of the fact that this thing right here in the Reddit brings up a pagan worship, witchcraft and whatnot, you realize witchcraft and a pagan thing are not both the same thing, right? But of course, this makes this individual, whoever wrote this, really hypocritical when you think about it. Because, newsflash, Christmas is not a Christian holiday. That was originally a pagan holiday. But of course, the Christians took that away from them. Even though they stated in their own Ten Commandments, thou shalt not steal, which they did. So this just makes this thing really awkward when you think about it, but here we are. They would be the same people to tell you to ban Halloween, celebrate it in any kind of way is a bad thing because, oh no, pagans, all that jazz. And if it did have any pagan roots, so what? Who cares? Why is it an issue to you? It just seems like they're being really selective here, is what I'm getting at. All right, a bit sidetracking here. Let's just get to the rest of this, because this post is not very long, really, like at all. So, right, this individual does a really shitty job on summarizing the plot because this individual stated that Elsa is being summoned by this voice of a spirit to learn about her past and encounters the spirits of nature, and of course makes a reference to the pagan religion, which yes is an actual religion. Okay, that's a really bad summary of the story. And second of all, is that what pagan religion this is supposed to be based upon? And third of all, even if it was, so what? And if you ask for my 2 cents, I think it would be a pretty cool twist if Queen Elsa was suffering from schizophrenia. And yeah, that's gonna be something for sure. So there you go. All right, I guess this is supposed to be why this individual seems to be thinking this way, because this individual assumes that Elsa is being contacted by a spiritual thing, which yes, of course she is, but the context of what this individual is saying is not there. What she claims, what they understand, is that ultimately contact with the spirit realm, either from God or demons, from the factors of the five realms, and the five elements, the spirit elements. This individual seems to be claiming that it's from something else. Was because this individual just goes on to say the voice calling out for Elsa is from the Magic Island. Okay, what Magic Island? There's no Magic Island. Okay, an enchanted forest maybe, yes, but no Magic Island. Okay, I have some memories. Okay, what are you talking about? What memories? Are you talking about what Kristoff said about water holding memories? Is that what you're talking about? I don't get it. And this film is not based upon any real religious, not even hints of it at all. As for the voice thing that the redditor keeps bringing up, is that in the beginning, at first she didn't want to go, but she finally, okay, I give in. I want to go because deep down she really wanted to. It's all connected with the fact that the mother has something to do with the fact that Elsa, a sister, the older sister, was given powers. See, it's all giving little hints of what's going to happen later. It's not what this is trying to do. Apparently, yes, of course, it's trying to tie into some sort of religion, but the fact of the matter is that a lot of what's going on in Frozen 1 and 2 is based upon, especially the second one, I guess you would say, is based upon Norway mythology. It's mythology, it's not actual fact whatsoever. And apparently, according to what they said, it's important to remember what the Bible stated what will happen to with false fruit or something on this offering, and then goes post this kind of a thing and whatnot, and that God is never okay with people connecting with spirits of the dead. What are you talking about? And I'm pretty much trying to say that, trying to keep wholesome, keep things sweet and kind and whatnot. This person claims to do some research, which they clearly didn't, and then trying to put some sort of course, Bible quote on their thing, as if this can be give some evidence to back up their claims. And okay, you can put the Bible quotes as much as you want until the cows come home, but that's not going to back up anything. A lot of the Bible stuff in there, not everything, but a good chunk of it anyway, is extremely vague. You could easily attach those vague statements within the Bible to pretty much anything. And a lot of the time, the Bible itself is not meant to be taken literally. It's supposed to be a metaphor for a lot of stuff, which, yes, a lot of Christians do recognize. It's supposed to be a metaphor for a lot of stuff on how to live your life. So, if anything, it's a collection of stories on how to live your life. So, if anything, it's a guide. But other Christians take it to the extreme and just take it literally. All right, that was the post, really, and so I guess I would just dive into the comics section. And this person said that whoever this was, I feel so bad for the kids who grew up in this house like this. I guess, I guess. Then this individual said that I used to too, but then I learned to how to let it go. Ha 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 ha. Real funny. I get the joke. Terrible one. But seriously, though, this point says that I grew up in an environment, talking about some sort of literature or whatever, like, oh, that's off limits. Like, okay. But anyway, this individual said that learn to love what God loves and hate what God hates. Okay, that seems like controlling, but okay. and you won't have to categorize the every music and whatnot to accept God. Again, that seems like controlling. But anyway, this individual says that, oh, I do. I just no longer feel to God and His word of ignorance. Yeah, people can be really ignorant. It's true. A lot of Christians out there can be really ignorant. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, there seems to be like in the comment section seems to be disagreeing what this individual had done, and yes, it's pretty messed up, I guess you can say. And yeah, looks like comment section does not agree with the post by the looks of it, obviously. And I'm trying to tell a bit of the backstory, of course. And yeah, of course, it has nothing to do with Frozen. It has nothing to do with Christ. Not really. It's just a form of control when you think about it, which it is. So yeah, these individuals seem to be taking talk about some things. And yeah, the thing is that it just seems really questionable. I mean, it makes no sense, like whatsoever, like at all. When you think about it. So you mean to tell me that this all-powerful being, aka God, can't grow a thicker skin and not be bothered by this kind of stuff? So if anything, it just seems like the Christians, his followers, seem to be the very people who are complaining about this kind of a thing. So yeah, it just seems like a lot of religious individuals, regardless of which version of the Bible you'll be reading, seem to be so obsessed with controlling people in one way or another, and like they want to investigate what they want to do, of course. So yeah, this is not surprising whatsoever that this kind of a thing, of course, would occur. And yeah, being closed-minded, and of course, being really condescending, of course they will. So again, this is not surprising. It doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Yes, of course, Christians will want to control what you can and can't do in the bedroom, obviously, for various reasons, of course. And yes, this kinds of attitude can actually push people away from actually practicing the religion, though, Christianity. And people will be raised in a very small town, maybe, or in some sort of community. So being free can feel amazing, of course, and people can find themselves that they can be themselves and whatnot, and they can only tolerate Christians only for a certain amount of time once they realize that the religion can be very toxic. And yes, some people, of course, can't stand how condescending a lot of these Christians tend to be. So yeah, there's a number of different stories that this kind of a thing, of course, can be brought up, and how people can be raised Christian and whatnot, of course. So yeah, just want to be, really just be really awful about it. And yes, of course, these individuals will speak about that their way of living is the true way of living and nobody else. And yet, there's many different versions of the Bible, there's many denominations, and each individual one is claiming to be the truth. And if that's the case, why can't God Himself just show up and tell everyone which version is the real true version? And why does it have to be a book anyway? Why can't God just beam all the information to your head or something? I don't know. So there's many discussions about this kind of thing anyway when you think about it, of course. And yes, it doesn't surprise me that these Christians, whoever wrote that Reddit post, I guess you can say, whoever he or she is, it doesn't surprise me that, of course, they're gonna attack Frozen, like they often would. I've discussed this kind of a thing so many damn times. I've actually made a playlist for this specific kind of a thing. So if anyone wants to see that playlist, it's called Frozen and Religion. Just so you know, something lines of that. So if you want to see my other videos discussing this kind of a thing, there you go. But point being is that yes, it can be very intense, and yeah, it just seems odd though that this seems to be the way in the case with a lot of these people, because a lot of kids out there, of course, you're gonna be kids, get them young, that they would be raised in a religious household, which means that they will sometimes it would mean that they would no longer be religious, when they grow up. A lot of people, of course, would notice sooner than later that they'll be questioning everything, especially the things that don't make no sense, like the millions and millions of contradictions within the Bible, of course, and people at the church They don't explain it away that, oh, God will give you all the answers. That seems like a cop out. Oh, God works in mysterious ways, which of course is another cop out. What does that even mean anyway? I don't know. And then another cop out is that, oh, God gives you free will. Uh, that doesn't make any sense. Then why is there like so many rules in the Bible? You have to do this or that, or be punished in hell forever. And then of course they're gonna have that attitude of do as I say or be made to. So again, that's a contradiction right off the bat. And of course, God having some plan, God have this grand plan or whatever. And what are you talking about? That seems odd because if God has given us free will, then why is there this all all perfect plan? It seems odd. I mean, I don't want to go on for too much when it comes to that because I couldn't make this extremely long. And then this video is already lengthy as it is. And of course, yes, obviously Christians can be very hateful. Yeah, speaking of contradictions, I thought there was going to be an all-loving God. This all-loving God seems to be torturing billions of people. For when it comes to eternity punishment, when it comes to some crime of not being a Christian, yeah, people would want others who are not believers to be tortured forever. That doesn't sound like an all-loving God would do. Wouldn't Jesus and God or whoever you worship, you listen to, will love the individual anyway? Christ, none of this makes any sense at all. But yeah, it just seems like he's a psychopath when you think about it. That whom has no idea what empathy is, or does know what empathy is, that doesn't care enough to use it or whatever. And yeah, a lot of things just doesn't seem right. I know a lot of things. I know a lot of Christians seem to use the words like love, morality, humanity, and whatnot, and they make up their own bizarre scenario, their own strange definitions for such words that would actually mean the exact opposite, of course, and whatnot. And but yeah, it just seems that, of course, you can find it far too many Christians being hateful than actually be loving. They will steal, they will abuse, cover abuse, they will lie. Of course, they will assault people and whatnot. And yeah, they would actually torture themselves. They would torture people whom they don't like, even other Christians, for whatever reason. So yeah, a lot of people seem to believe that the churches do attract a lot of these kinds of people, I guess you could say. So, yeah, that is a thing. All right, folks, let me just wrap it up here because this is going long enough, I guess you can say. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I think you get the point here. But anyway, of course, as if it wasn't obvious enough, ultimately, yeah, it has zilch. It has absolutely nothing to do with Frozen. No, it's just all bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit, this entire thing. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching and take care. See you.